Hello my friends, this is Alex from Hero Hustle with the hero review of Ignissa, or no matter how you pronounce that hero. She's from Conflux, obviously. I don't know if you play her as main. I did not couple of times, I did several times because I prefer more might heroes than magic heroes, and Ignissa as a planeswalker, yeah, she's the might hero of Conflux. But before starting with my review, let me remove all her artifacts that give points so you get a better perspective on how she looks like at 23rd level. Actually, as most of the Conflux planeswalkers, she is more like an attacker. Of course, that's a might hero, as I said, but however, in the late game, her points are getting like more leveled. You see, it's not the huge difference like for example with the stronghold heroes. Yet she is a pure might hero. Her starting secondary skills are fence and artillery, but remember, not all the time she comes with the ballista. It's like I think she never comes with ballista, so you have to buy one, which is point down of her. This is not good because you have to spend 2,500 just to use the already starting secondary skill here, which is artillery. So keep that in mind. Also, she starts without a book. Okay, we have minus 3,000 gold starting day one with her. Of course, if you want to use her artillery skill, but since you already have it, why not using it? So you need to buy the ballista and a book, of course. If you try, you can play the game without a book, but yeah. So this is a huge downside with her. I'm starting with this. So for all you new players or advanced or whatever player you are, keep that in mind because you are minus 3,000 starting with her. So however, how she performs in the early game. Is she a good hero for Jebus Cross? Is she a good option for Duel Templates, where you play only with one hero? I don't know for Jebus Cross, but for Duel, I doubt it. Probably this is not the perfect hero if you want to play only with one, because early game is not that easy with her. As I already said, she starts with deficit of money, so it's not the best idea to rely only on her because she is not the fastest hero. The fastest hero of Conflux is oh my god, it popped out of my mind right now. However, editing the video, I'll put the name and the picture of the hero. By the way, this is the fastest hero, level 1, day 1 in the whole game. Monere? Yeah, I think it's Monere. Yeah, however, Ignissa is not the best hero for Duel Templates, but if you're new, you don't know, but if you're already a subscriber, I play only PvP games on random maps, XL plus Underground. Default template slightly edited. The edits are described down in the description. I'm not telling them right now. So it's a good fit. By the way, if you know the rules, you know that we do not play games with my opponent where one of us is Conflux or Factory versus the regular factions. Why? Because we strongly believe this is imbalanced. It proved with time with our gameplays, but this time my opponent said, fuck it, play with Conflux, I'll be dungeon, let's see how it goes. By the way, after this hero review, I'm posting the final battle between me and my opponent. Who knows, maybe he was able to win the game. I'm not saying anything. Now let's get back to Ignissa. So As I already said, she's not perfect for duel, not at all. Probably the guys who play duel templates, they would strongly recommend not to use Ignisa as the only hero. What else? Aside from all this, she's used to learn pretty valuable secondary skills in mid and late game. You may always rely on wisdom, of course, but the best thing with planeswalkers are they 90% learn logistics. You know, I don't remember a game playing with Conflux Might Hero not learning logistics. This is like it's like wisdom. You always have it. But what you could struggle is finding earth magic, water magic, you know, those magics. But of course, you know, Conflux has this building. Take a look in my game, 3rd month. I didn't even buy it because I learned earth magic early on, and Ignissa is one of those heroes that she might feel her secondary skills fields here early, and you may have most of them in basic level. So she's not of those heroes that until the secondary skill is getting to expert level, she's not offering anything else. No, we are here very we have a very democratical hero, if I can say this. They can learn everything, you know, basic level logistics, basic wisdom, basic earth, basic archery, and then during the game you're going to upgrade those skills into expert level. So I learned earth magic in somewhat early game or mid game, and I didn't have to buy to build this university, because in our games, regarding our rules, I really don't prefer air magic. But to be honest, I never was offered air magic with Ignisa in this particular game. But the good part is that you may rely on armorer, and you know, most of the times I always get offered archery, which is good because, you know, this faction has two very nice archers, the air elementals, the water elementals. They're pretty solid, I would say. And yeah, the secondary skills build is very straightforward, just for the perfect might hero. You only may be disappointed by at least to me, it's not the best to have it, like learning. You know, many times I was offered learning, but hopefully the other skill that was offered at the same time was one of those, so it was good. But learning was very in this particular game, of course, I'm not saying it will be always, but in this game, like every single level I was offered to learn learning, which is not the best thing I could pick here. But with this skills build, I'm pretty confident and I'm pretty good to go in most of the games I play. But how about her specialty, fire elementals? You probably know, but if you don't, this is the weakest point in those planeswalkers. This is what the specialty gives and nothing more. It does not scale. This is it. Just 3 attack, 4 defense, and 2 damage. That's it. That's all. So we may say that this is way off the perfect things scale. So you might consider this. I know that there are so many questionable things regarding that hero, so you probably never choose her. But is it fun to play her? Nothing special. So you might say, why you're doing this video? Just like that, so you know that this hero has absolutely nothing special about her. She's just a hero you can always skip. Is she good as a side hero, as a scouting hero? Sure, why not? Buy her a ballista, give her some units, and she is a very good to go to explore the map for you and get some objectives that you don't want to spend your main hero movement points for. But however, since my opponent said, okay, play Conflux, I'll play Dungeon, I'll give you, bonus, and I decided to be, a gentleman, and I played Ignisa just because I know she's not special. She's not one of the top heroes, so I'm not getting any advantage aside from being just Conflux, because playing Conflux is already an advantage. Let me tell you, just a few words about Conflux and why we don't play versus the other regular factions. Most of the time of this game, I was using only storm elementals in my army, like this, until I got my firebirds. I was literally, I'm telling you, only with those, and I cleared such a huge part of the map. I captured so many things only with my ballista and this. I didn't have to carry any other units. On top of that, those have 8 speed, so you're perfectly fine with your movement points early game. By the way, I have a video of I'll link it down in the description, and actually a few videos about Conflux and why I think it's so overpowered. So if this could work for you as a strategy, just go with the storm elementals. Don't bother taking anything else. Of course, you may get your sprites. It's getting even scarier and better. Sprites and storm elementals, and you're absolutely fine killing everything around the map. I mean it, absolutely everything. Once you split the sprites, you're untouchable. You just destroy everything. Yeah, even your opponent could be damaged by this. So that's why I think, and my opponent thinks, that Conflux is overpowered when played versus all the other factions. So only mirror matchups are somehow balanced. Everything else is just imbalanced. It's too easy. It's just too easy. What else? What to look about this hero? Nothing special. I already said it. There's absolutely nothing special. Good secondary skill progression. Very nice strategies with Conflux to play with. So by the way, if you're a new player, you may start playing Conflux just to get some feeling that you already know what's working in this game and what's not. But playing Conflux, it's easier because you have stronger units, you have more flexibility. This is the fastest, I think so, but correct me if I'm wrong. This is the fastest faction. First, this is the fastest unit on the game, 21 speed. Then you have tier 1 unit 9 speed, tier 2 8 speed. Okay, we get down here to 6. Again 8 speed, again 6 and 9 speed. So if you combine, you get a huge number. So this is the fastest faction, the easiest going, the easiest to handle. Yeah, it costs a lot to build, but yet this is not the most expensive faction. The most expensive faction, I guess, is the tower. Again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think the tower is the most expensive faction. Or was it castle? No. I think it's tower. Yeah, new players, you may try absolutely any faction, any Conflux hero you may like. By the way, I have a hero. I have, god damn it, a hero review of Pure, which I think is the strongest hero of Conflux. Strongest, I don't know, Munere is my favorite, but I think this one is the strongest. You tell me, Alright guys, thank you for watching this until the end. Please comment below all the things you agree and most importantly all the things you disagree. Let's get some very nice how do you say conversation in the comments, so we get stronger together and we build our skills together. Honestly guys, I'm so happy sharing my videos with you because me personally, I became a better player after I started those videos and sharing my thoughts with you, because I hear from you advices. I'm in the Reddit group Heroes 3, a subreddit group. I learned so much about the game, I couldn't believe it. So one more time, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.